It's wonderful talking to you people once again. A number of you I have already had some classes with you, and some of the names which I'm reading, I can recognize they had attended my previous classes. What a wonderful chance of meeting you again. So, boys and girls, while you are sitting at home, I'm sure you must be preparing for your SSBs, though the dates have not really been declared. But it's a wonderful opportunity to prepare for SSB while sitting at home. And let me tell you, rather than being anxious when the SSBs will take place, it's better to prepare. There are so many things you can do during this lockdown period. It's a God gifted opportunity. Look, SSB is a personality based test. You all know that. Some of you guys maybe first time who are going to face the SSB, but most of you have got some idea about the SSB. Look, it's a personality based test, and in the personality based test, it is your personality, your officer like qualities that matter. And improving the personality is not a one day job that you can study and you become expert on that. No, it is a prolonged process. And frankly speaking, if you are preparing to face the board, then I think minimum 2 months are required. No case less than a month. Now, what you got to do, this I'm repeating for the sake of the guys who are absolutely new and going for the first time. You got to know what is the SSB process. What is the, and let me make it very clear that SSB is one of the most difficult interview process, I would say. Look at the selection rate. How many get selected? Out of, you see this, the number of candidates who get selected is just about 3.6%. Look at this. So, if that be the selection rate, you can imagine how much preparation it may call for. So, guys, you can do a lot at home. At least knowing about the entire process is the first thing. Second thing, what is expected of you? What you expect in the SSB? What are these three techniques? Are you aware of these three techniques? What is the interview process? Are you aware of that? What kind of questions are asked? What is the CIQ? Similarly, you should also know about the GTO. There are 9 tasks, as you know, divided into basic series and the confirmatory series and the final series. So these kind of things you know. And I'm surprised some of the candidates who are going for the SSB have no clue what are the psychological tests. And they have not practiced any of them. They do not know what is the TAT, what is a WAT, what are the SRTs. And somebody has, I think, wrongly briefed them that you have to be original while going for the SSB. And I make it very, very clear. Such candidates who believe in this kind of story, who go absolutely unprepared, and in simple words, they go original and come back original. So please do not be one of those. This is a God gifted time available. So work hard, practice hard. Now, what all things you can do while sitting at home? Nobody can stop you in preparing your lecturings, preparing for the group discussions. At least to begin with, we can do minimum 10 topics you can prepare. Who's stopping you to prepare about your journal awareness? Your knowledge, reading some good books, particularly which are personality development oriented. You can certainly do that. And besides that, you can improve your communication skill. Does it require a special kind of separate opportunity? Here is the time you can improve your communication skills. You can improve upon your confidence. So there are numerous things which you can do during this lockdown period. So my advice will be, please make the maximum use of it. And also, some of you have got hardly any knowledge about the armed forces. Let me tell you, this will really see you through, particularly during your interview process. Which arm oblique service you want to opt for? Do you have the knowledge about it? Okay, whether you are going for the Air Force or Navy, have thorough knowledge of that. That will display your passion. If you have no clue where which arm of the service you are going to opt for, and if you are asked a couple of questions about that and you are found clueless, so this also you should take care of. Now, boys and girls, the second thing which I wanted to cover today is the Waterloo of the maximum candidates. What is that? It is the stage one. In the stage one, you people know very well that depending on the number of reporting, approximately 50 to 80% candidates get left out in the very first step. That is the stage one. Now, stage one has assumed very, I will say, higher importance because of the large failure rate. And your entire effort, if you are not well prepared for the stage one, you can imagine you'll not get a chance to go through the whole interview process. It will be highly disappointing for you. So, therefore, I recommend my candidates particularly to practice very hard for stage one. And that's the reason, all those who know our academy, the stage one assumes a lot of importance. Virtually, we give them minimum 4 or possibly 5 live practices. Okay. So now, what you have to do? Please, nobody stops you preparing for your OIR test. Minimum 5 to 6 OIR tests you can do at home. And your grading, does matter in the SSB process. Even the doing officer, once your OIR grading, your PIQ reaches to the interviewing officer, he sees on the top right hand side is your OIR grading. If it is 1, then of course we get impressed. You know what kind of impression we get? Yes, his upper faculty is reasonably good. His affective intelligence and his reasoning ability is reasonably good. So we are not going to ask you too many questions on that. See this, it has got direct connection there. So all those guys who are particularly good in maths and science subject tend to have a better OIR rating. If you are from the art side, if you are not very good on that, practice harder. You must do 10 to 15 OIR sets. They are available these days in various websites. You can have a look. So OIR practice is important. Thereafter, we come now, and you must be within the first 3 gradings, OIR 1, OIR 2, or OIR 3. OIR 4 and 5 have no chance of making it these days, particularly during this competitive time. OIR 4 grading can make it only in one condition: if one of the 3 assessors was sitting right in front of you has graded him as Y, means yes. Okay? So the gradings we very quickly decide in the stage 1, and we give you either no, it means no, or we give you doubtful, it means he may be kept, or Y, which is very difficult to get that kind of grading unless you are really outstanding, you are really impressive, you leave a mark or you leave an impact during the narration and group discussion. Okay. Now the second part we come to. Second part is reasonably easy if you guys at least know the process, if you have practiced. Again, it is, they give you, that, a story for about 30 seconds and you get 4 minutes to write this story. I'm simply asking here to, in the stage 1, because it is not being, yes, you have to write a relevant story. Okay? Because you people have a tendency, whatever is the picture given to you, going at a tangent. You have a preconceived story, which we call it synthetic story, and you try to plant it there. Any picture you may be given, you will just twist words, some words here and there, and give a story. The story has to be related to the picture. And rather than writing just 3, 4 lines, at least fill up the space which is given to you. You get 1 minute to fill the gap. Male, female, positive, negative, etc. That honestly you're going to fill up. Whatever is the actual scenario. If the mood is negative, write negative. Okay? Male, female, person, and mood positive and negative. So this also you got to fill it up. And there is hardly any difficulty in that. Anybody can do that. Okay? But what matters in the story is writing a relevant story which is related to the picture, because till the time you have observed the picture properly, observation by you see what are the characters and what's happening. This anybody will be able to see that the first thing will strike in your mind ki what is there in the picture, what's exactly happening. Okay, if you know what is happening in the picture, you'll be able to understand what has led to this situation. Then only you can see. If you grasp the present situation, you'll be able to make out what has led to the situation, not other way around. Okay, and now again you come to the present situation. What has led to the situation, the present situation, and what is likely to happen. And I'm only adding a word line from my side with a solution, because you as a leader is always a solution oriented leader. You've got to find the solution for every problem. So you got to think of a solution to any picture they give you, positive, negative, social, problematic. It hardly makes a difference if you just follow this thought. Okay, so observe the picture properly, see what's happening, what has led to the situation, and what is likely to happen with the solution. But when you write the story, slight change may be there. Obviously, you'll identify your hero, what he's doing, and you'll write how this you have reached to this solution, how situation. Okay, you may write about the past, you'll bring it to the present and take it to the future while writing. But while understanding the picture, obviously you'll see what's happening first. Okay, that's a natural thing for you. Understood? Okay, guys. Now, this is the art of story writing. Please practice it. Some people again say, "Okay, don't practice." Otherwise, what happens? They do not know. They go to the SSB and just describe the picture. Can you believe it? Wasting their effort and time. They just describe the picture. In the picture, I see two, one male, one female. They are talking to each other, etc., and they finish. One more thing: your communication, written communication, does matter. Please, for God's sake, make no mistakes. And grammatical mistakes gives a poor impression. If you have 3, 4 cuttings in that, imagine what impression you will create. So don't do that. So this stage one, this writing a relevant story is important to clear the stage one. This I have made a small video. A lot of see all your queries I answer. Whatever subject you told me to make a video, wait for 15, 20 days, you'll find a video. Ask for stage one, lot of things. I said I will cover it in a live session, as well as we'll make a small relevant video. See, this is, I think, 3 minutes video we have put, so that you don't waste your time. It focused kind of approach towards stage one. Now, what is the next step? Which is very, very important. I will grade it more important than the writing a relevant story. And that's your narration. Now here, look at this. Three assessors are sitting in front of you. The GTO is there, the IO interviewing officer is there, and of course the psychologist is there. They are all watching you. And you have the group. All those repeaters, they will understand. All those who are first timers, try to understand what I'm saying. You sit in a group of 12 to 15, okay, in a round manner, semicircle manner, and the assessors are sitting right across, and the GTO briefs you. One of the assessors will brief you, like most likely to be the GTO. And what does it brief you? He will tell you initially your story, what you have written there, which was collected. You will be given for about a minute. You can again go through, look at this. And once you go through, in any case, you actually do not need it, but yet it is over-insured. In some boards, I was told it is now, they have stopped giving it, but usually it is given. And in 1 minute, you can quickly go through, brush up your memory and all that, okay? And the GT will also tell you, gentlemen, in case you want to add something now, what you have already written, you have to seek the permission. You have to take the permission and you can add that. If you are doing a very minor change here and there is no need of asking anything, a minor change. But if you have a drastic change in your story pattern, of course, you should seek the permission, whatever the GTO has said. Because your story, what is you have written and what you are saying are both off the tangent. Okay, that should not be there. So now, once you have done your the GTO has given you the story that 1 minute timing you have invested, you collect your thoughts, recollect your story, and be ready to deliver it. Okay? And after that is the most important part is your narration. Let me tell you your narration. I simply tell you 2 3 points in the narration. Your narration has to be confidently given out, has to be to the point, has to be precise, and with good body language. Okay, that is the only thing you got to keep in mind. And don't you think you can practice upon this also? Just write your story, whatever you want to write on, and practice it like this with a good body language. Look at this. Half the SSB things you can even practice at home, and remaining half we have made your life so easy now. SSB Short Academy is so much with the students there. Even your stage one group discussion, this thing, there is we have introduced another series from 14th onwards. You'll have half the things you can practice. You can practice your GD, you can practice your stage one also, live practice. We are just accepting 15 guys in that. See this 15 guys, remaining may come as an observer. So actual participants will be 15. They will actually do the stage one. They will actually write the story. They will actually narrate it. There will be a good discussion. There will be feedback given by me, or we have one of the best GTO in the country, Commander Raja, and all those who know him will see him. So 14th onwards, that series also we have started. And this 5 days, frankly speaking, since I just touched upon all those guys who are new, this 5 day series, which is not even equivalent to 1 day in the GTO. Once you come to our academy, 1 day means 8 hours. This 5 day series is just 10 hours. 2 hours per day, 5 day series, and you get complete knowledge. And see this, I can see some of the guys who attend Vijit Seal, I can see, you can ask him. And in this 10 hours, which is virtually 1 day plus of the once you go to our academy and this, and in that you get complete knowledge of your stage one. You can get full knowledge of your interview process, your uh, psychological process, and your GTO process, of course. Where did you get this opportunity? So I have no hesitation saying, rather, for your own good, boys and girls, I say these three will be a compulsory courses for you, which actually is equivalent to 1.5 day of a GTO course or of an SSB course. Your 5 days of SSB, your 4 days of personality development, and of course, this now 4 days of stage one and GTO actual practice. It is again on your demand. Okay, sir, we are sitting at home. How can you practice? So we have devised this process of actual conduct of the practice. Okay, now we were at narration. The narration has to be confidently, precisely, to the point, and with good body language, because you got to leave an impact. We are looking how impressive you are. Can you really leave an impact? How impressive you are? It is by your communication skills. That will also be very evident here. My dear friends, the last step, fourth step, which is perhaps the most important of all this, is your group discussion. Yes, I very frankly say, if it is a repeaters group, slightly there is competition level is a little high because guys are charged in that the competitive spirit, and because of that, sometimes it takes a pattern of a fish market. But here is the challenge for a guy who's better, who can understand the situation, who has got the initiative, who is confident, will find an opportunity to give out his point. So the GD, you definitely need a practice. Now, in the GD, your whole focus is taking the initiative. May not be the first one, you can be fifth one or sixth one to speak, it doesn't matter whether you speak the first or the fourth or fifth. But whatever you speak, are you speaking sense? Are you speaking to the point? Are you actually contributing towards reaching to a common story? That's what matters in your GD. And my dear friends, only one advice I will give you, because this is a short session. I have to give you some time for the question answer session. That is, in the jury, please never be aggressive. Such guys are identified who do not listen at all to others and become aggressive in this. Don't allow others to speak or become disruptive. You know, they try to over dominate the group, take over initiative. So be careful. You got to be. Otherwise, if you participate, give out your points, and you'll certainly create. If you ask me my opinion, because you guys keep asking, sir, what is the most important thing? All four are important, but certainly your narration and GT takes the cake. They are more important, because here are the three SSR watching you. Obviously, it will. But please do well in your OIR. There are four secrets of passing the stage one. Do well in your OIR, which I keep telling you, simple. And second thing, write a relevant story which is related to the picture. Don't go on a tangent. And third thing is, please narrate your story confidently, precisely, to the point, and with good body language. And in the GD, please participate minimum 2 to 3 times, looking at your colleagues and creating an impact. Okay, whatever you say, so that people agree to your part of the story. Even if they don't agree, you agree to somebody else's part. Okay, this is the thing which I wanted to tell you. You guys have asked me also about the interview process. It will be very difficult for me to cover the interview process in this short hour, because I would like to take some questions from you. So, along with that, boys and girls, I will again repeat that please practice. You can do a lot. Who is stopping you to prepare your general awareness? Be abreast of this thing. Who's stopping you to practice writing some stories, WATs, SRTs? They are available. You can just go to our website and download everything. They are best technically, scientifically made, in which brings out all the officer-like qualities with the due advice of our GTO. By the way, our academy has the best of the GTO and the best of the psychologists. Both of them had served under my command when I was in the commandant. I picked them up. So such kind of, not one, this only academy having 5 GTOs. So you have such a great opportunity. And you guys have also asked me, sir, when is the academy opening? I really can't say. I can only assure you anytime mid of this month afterwards. It is very difficult, because I will follow the government orders to the hilt. Till the time I get clear-cut orders, yes, the academies can function, I will go for it, and you'll be intimated very soon. And some of you have requested, sir, can we come for a GTO course? You can come for. For me, my students are most important. All those who have come to the academy, you can come for one day, you can come for half day, you can visit us. There is no problem at all. We often offer lunch, people who come. We treat our candidates as guests. If you come for one day, there is no charge at all. You can visit our open ground. There is no problem at all. And attend our 4 days or 5 days GTO crash course. There is no problem. Whatever are your doubts, please visit. Whenever you go to Mysore or to the Bangalore, come over to the SSB, and there is no problem. You will be taken care of. We will try and guide you. And as you have demanded, we have created this 4 days GTO course. As and when the SSB starts, we will be helping you out in that. Okay. Otherwise, whatever topic you tell me, we will contact you. I am now open for question and answer session. But in the end, boys and girls who are new, all those who are Bijit Seal, which is the name I find, this man, I have interviewed him, and he had attended all my classes. And this man is wherever I am taking whichever class, I don't know how he manages to be present. And he never leaves. Similarly, there are a few more guys I could see that who are attending, because certain names strike. So you shouldn't miss, because I will tell you valuable tips and some kind of wonderful sessions we are going to start. I'm going to have a live session or a recorded ones with the top army officers, including the deputy chief, including the army heroes, and you'll find this is being implemented with effect from next month. So beautiful talks you'll find in this. That's why we have opened this new channel. Subscribe to this. This is going to be for live sessions, special talks, knowledge, okay, and motivation. So this we have dedicated. You can visit both of them. You'll find it very interesting. Looking for your questions and Any questions you have, I'll be very, very happy to answer. Okay, a lot of questions have come already. Uh, Sir, how arms are allotted in IMA among? Okay, guys, simple. When you are in the academy third term, you opt for various, whether you want to go to para, Dogra. I opted for Dogra was my first choice. Kumaon Regiment was my second choice, and Jat Regiment was my third choice. So you have your choice which regiment you wanted to go. Because I was a Kumaoni, I thought if I go to Kumaon, all will be my relatives. So it was very difficult to serve there. So I wanted to be impartial completely. So I opted for Dogra Regiment. I'm very, very happy there. Okay, guys. You can opt for three choices are asked for, and usually based on your merit, most likely maximum guys get their first choice, particularly if you are reasonably high in merit. If you are not, then you will get your second choice or third choice. Okay. Okay. Now let me see another question. Sir, if you pass written in class 12, then how clear SSB? Simple. It means you are appearing for NDA. It's a golden opportunity because it means you have decided to join the armed forces pretty early. So clear your NDA written exam is not that easy. If you have cleared, you come for the SSB. The process is the same. There are two entries after 12th. One is a technical entry scheme, now in which from next year onwards, JEE main has been made compulsory. You see that? Some rules have undergone change. I have a video also placed on that, based on, again, your request. Sir, what is this? What is the impact of this? See, look at that video. Otherwise, appear for the written exam, crack that, and join the best academy, that is NDA, which is world's, I consider it the best. Okay. Yes, sir. What exactly should be the theme of a blank picture? Oh, good question. Blank picture will depend on you. And blank picture, basically, most of the guys, whatever experience I have, are they write about themselves, or they write about some incident of their life, or they write about some function or some special thing which they have organized, or some of the guys write about some seniors who have inspired them, some role models they have been inspired with, or some incident which they have was and where somebody has taken the right action. So all are correct. Even if you write about own self, nothing at all, don't worry. That's perfectly fine. So blank story theme is you. Okay, because again you are projecting your personality, you are thinking or writing something which you appreciate about. Okay, all these themes are correct. Yeah. Okay, how to remove nervousness? That is Sam Roger. Oh, good name, Sam Roger. So how to nervousness is simple. It's really practice. Try it out. First time you go up on the stage, what happens? You are scared. Second time, little less. Third, fourth time, gradually it grows. Same thing goes about this. That is the reason all such guys is a must which you attend this 14 to 17 days, 4 days course in which you'll be actually doing two group discussion, you'll be doing group planning, you'll be doing stage one. It is for practice, again for your demand. This is a very special course where it is practice. If you participate in that, now you are participating how many times? Look at this. You are participating 4 times. How? You are participating in the stage 1, you are participating in GD1, GD2, you are participating again in the group planning. And everyone, you are getting a feedback. Look at this. All your blind spots will be covered in that. So this is a golden important, and your nervousness, I can assure you, will go. Same about the lecturing. It can, can be handled. Okay, guys. There are lots of other questions which have come. I will try and quickly as many as possible. Sir, how some officer raise much higher than others? Some become lieutenant general, some retire as colonel. Very good question again. Boys and girls, it is a very tough competition even in the armed forces. Don't think that everybody, in fact, in our time when we're captains and majors, half the officers used to retire as a major. Major was the maximum rank those days. You see the picture called Major Saab is because of that. Majors used to be the highest rank for most of them. And then Lieutenant Colonel has become a time skill rank at 13 years to become. In our time, it used to be a selection grade. We had to be a part of a board. Then only the board will pass you. Then Colonel onwards, now there is a board. So it is based on your performance. Let me tell you what is important in the armed forces: your consistency, your hard work, how much knowledge you have, how much you contribute towards the organization. So this is what matters. You are being assessed at every step. Your performance will dictate. Your progress will depend on your performance and on your consistency. Okay. Ketan Patil says, sir, one dedicated video in NCC special entry, sir. Okay, we'll do something on that. Subham Lekwar says, what is the question? Just a minute, yeah. So Lekwa says, sir, how it is already, this question I have already answered. Any other question? Just see. Ketan Patil says, sir, one dedicated video. This I have answered. Akhilesh Singh Rajpurohit says, sir, is there any difference in interview for JAG entry? Not at all. The interview process, let me tell you, once you have come, the interview process for all entries is same. Okay, it is the 5 days SSB process. Yes, there is slight difference as far as TA entry is concerned. TA, they pass the written examination, they have a regional interview board, and they have a smaller selection process there. And then they, all those who pass, come to this 5 days process. Okay. Sonu Kumar says, what is the medical standard in NDA? Boys and girls, the medical standard is same for all the uh, entries. It is very difficult for me to exactly outline what is the medical standard. That a medical officer can only tell you. But simple fact, what I say, it should not be flat-footed. Your eyes should be 6x6. Your hand should not be shaking. Your knee should not be knocking. These are the general things some people feel. But the internal defect or something, some people had got heart murmur, somebody has got color blindness. It is only the doctor can tell you. But I will recommend, don't worry at all about the medical. Maximum people pass unless somebody has got serious problem. I feel, I don't know why people get anxious about this thing. Palm sweating, hand shaking, knee knocking, flat footed, eyesight. Okay, if it is there, your 99% chances you will make it. It is just 1% people get left out. Okay. Uh, the elite Azid group says, is it possible to prepare in short time for SSB? Frankly speaking, very difficult. Or virtually, I will say no. Because you know the process at least. You will go, in spite of being intelligent, you may get left out. At least all you guys who are here now, who are joining after a month for the SSB, are far better off. There is no doubt about it. See this, how much you can improve your knowledge part, your general awareness part, your speaking skill part, your communication, your confidence, your lecture rate, your GDs, you can practice a lot. You can improve yourself. At least you can find out what are the examination, what are the tests in the SSB, what are these techniques, what are these OLQs, what are they looking for, So I feel ki minimum a month before you should definitely start your serious preparation, because otherwise in front of the interviewing officer also, he will ask questions, he can just judge you. He'll be able to assess you very quickly. Okay. Now, sir, how much rank required in JEE mains for TS entry? It will be very difficult. It will be depend, what they have done. In science subject, from 70%, they have brought it down to 60% as basic criteria. But after that, your merit will be the criteria. Okay. For me, where does the merit stops? Like in the technical entry schemes, we couldn't say at what, sometimes the merit used to come up to 81%, sometimes up to 84%. So it will be similar thing here. Okay. Okay. Now, the next question is, Preetha P says, I am new, sir. Guide me for JAG SSB. SSB is the same. Not to worry. Not to worry. Preetha, don't worry about it. SSB 5-day process is the same. Okay. Caitlin Patil says, sir, one dedicated video I have already done. Acha, Ketan has repeated. Ketan, something I will do for you, don't worry, and attend the 5 days. Guys, I will repeat it again. Such questions just displays that they do not have any idea about the assessment process. All the guys who are first timers, I can't tell about the repeaters. Repeaters will also gain a lot. First timers, please opt for this 5 days course and this 4 days personality development course. Personality development is starting from 8th and the other one starting from 12th. You are lucky. And attend this, you'll find yourself far better. I challenge this. Whatever I say with authority. Okay, I say with that, I say with confidence, and you'll find it yourself. Okay, now, what is his name? Pratyush Jha says, sir, provide us with a medical video. Okay, promise, Pratyush Jha, you'll have a medical video. I will get it. I have a doctor. This is the only academy which have a doctor in its own premises. Excuse. Naveen Malik says, sir, when the SSB will restart? Frankly speaking, Naveen, I was expecting it to start from mid-June onwards. The corona situation is very, very disturbing, and one really can't say what will happen. It may start. I can't be very sure now because of the changing scenario. Most likely could be end of this month, maybe mid of next month. But I don't think it should go beyond mid of next month. Until the situation on ground, as far as the corona is concerned, goes deadly against us. Sorry. Okay. Difference between OT and IMA and SSC. Guys, you have a pani IMA, you go through the CDS entry. It's a wonderful academy from where I also passed out 1.5 years of training. OTA is Chennai, and also from technical entry commissions you go to in your various other centers like your Mau. For some part, some people go to Sikandarabad. Engineers go to separate place. Signals come to the Mau for certain part of their training. So OTA Chennai is of 9 months training where you get a short service commission. And IMA, that's why this kind of knowledge, this is a basic knowledge which everybody is supposed to know. IMA is 1.5 years of training. After 18 months, you become an officer. Status you get is the same. But short service officers, they lose their seniority when they get a permanent commission. They come to the same kind of seniority. Okay. Okay. Sir, tell us about the CDS preparation. Oh, very good. Okay, a lot of written. Vatsal again says, all those who are asking for written exam, it's a wonderful opportunity. We conduct written examination courses for half the price. You can measure it. Half the price from other academies. Opt for it. You will have the best schedule, and some of the times you'll find me also there. And after that, you become our candidate. We mark you from your written coaching itself. We have your record. And for them also, like the written guys here today, all those who are attending, just for in front of you, those guys who are attending, today was the this class on English speaking class. Okay. And all those guys, we canceled that class. There are 30 guys and they have all shifted here. They are sitting in front of me. They are part of this. So we do that. Okay. So you get numerous opportunities to attend. Okay. One last question I will take. Okay. Tips for fresher in the SSB for NDA. Okay. For a fresh candidate, simple things. All those who are fresh as far as SSB concerned, the first thing, please know the process. Okay, know the process. Understand what are these 3 techniques. Understand what is expected of you. Understand what you should expect there. That you will understand only if you know the whole process. Practice some of the tests which you can do while sitting at home. Improve your general awareness. Improve your knowledge about the armed forces. Simple. These are the things you should do the first time. If you have done this, your chances of passing in the stage 1 itself is very, very bright. And on top of that, if you can attend some kind of guidance from someone, it will be icing on the cake. Yeah, with that, we have now completed 40 minutes. Boys and girls, I will keep meeting you. And I can assure you in our next meeting, I'm going to take on a different topic and we will talk about that. And wonderful, in the end, I will again say that please, for God's sake, attend 2 courses minimum, that is the SSB 5 days course. And all those who are do not understand themselves, who are not confident of themselves, please ask for my interview. Some of the guys here I have already interviewed. Ask for the interview of mine. I will be there with you sitting for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours. See this. And you know Johari's window? Nobody knows about his own weaknesses. That is called the blind spot. That's what I will tell you in my interviews and in my psychological test. Your spots get covered, which neither you know about it nor others know about it. Till the time it is some psychologist, some expert will interview you, then only you will know about your blind spot. I will tell you in the feedback where you have to work, where are you lacking. Opt for the interview, opt for uh, the psychological in case you feel it is required. Otherwise, do these two courses that will see you through. That is 5 days and 4 days personality development. God bless, and I will meet you. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys I'm going to meet you on 8th, and thereafter some of you I'll meet on 12th. Okay, and I will keep conducting such free sessions for you. Not to worry, guys. And one more word for the guys who are below poverty line. For them, our academy is open. We can go minimum from 40% to 70% of the fees down. Virtually, we have conducted free classes for a number of them. A number of them. Okay? And we are open. If you are intelligent, bright, if you have any problem, contact my center, send your below BPL card, and we will admit you. Okay? Okay, guys, all the best. Keep doing well and utilize your time at home well. And I'm there always with you and always will come out with some guidance, some better tips, some motivational thing for you so that you are always on the right track. Bye bye. Bye bye.